Yes, children. So previously, what we have found how the Rowlatt Act gave its results. So 1919 Rowlatt Act was passed. Some of the important Indian leaders like Saifuddin Kichlu, Satyapal were arrested. Against that, Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place. More and near thousands of people died and so many were wounded. Against that, another important incident took place, that is what Khilafat movement. So Khalifa, who is considered the head of Muslim community, that is particular Islam community, who resides in Turkey. That post was banned by the British government in after World War I, particularly in 1919. So against that, the Indian Muslims started a Khilafat movement, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, that we have seen. And even Gandhiji also extended his full cooperation to Khilafat movement because of this Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And even Gandhi also started another movement called non-cooperation movement in 1920. The main important objective of non-cooperation movement was Swaraj. Swaraj means the complete freedom. So, as a part of non-cooperation movement, some of the important incidents, particularly Indians, they did not uh, attend for their honorary posts. That means they boycotted the honorary post. They gave back the titles and they came out from the government services. So many Indians boycotted the foreign goods, and even Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das, such important lawyers who actually banned. They did not attend the courts. That is, they completely did not attend for their legal practice. And so many students, they did not attend for the government colleges, universities and colleges. So because of this, all activities, somewhat the Indians succeeded in showing their protest against the British. So, whenever more and more, nearly 30,000 people were arrested in 1921, this movement was completely stopped by the British, and that means British people with their iron hand, they completely suppressed the movement by 1921. So, this is about non-cooperation movement. So, another important movement, very important movement which took place in the Indian freedom movement, that is civil disobedience movement. So civil disobedient movement, which is also called the Dandi March. Dandi March. See, the important incident took place in the freedom movement, that is December 1929. One important declaration was made, which was called Purna Swaraj. That is in a Lahore session, where in Lahore session, December 29, they all, that is whenever the Indian National Congress met, in their session, they announced a Purna Swaraj, and all the Indians decided to celebrate their independence from 1930 January 26th onwards. They declared themselves. British people did not announce the independence to India, but they declared themselves Purna Swaraj, that means complete freedom, and they decided to celebrate the Independence Day, particularly the next year, that is 1930 January 26th onwards. That is another important. So as a part of that, even they decided to launch another movement called civil disobedience movement. That means disobedient means, in the sense that means they don't follow, they don't accept the British acts particularly. So they decided to launch, particularly Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch civil disobedience movement in 1930 March 12. So what happened in 1930 March 12 means, nearly with his 78 important followers, he started his movement from Sabarmati Ashram, and nearly he walked 375 kilometers, and he reached a village called Dandi in Gujarat. And by reaching that village, by violating the salt laws, he began to prepare salt. And not only this, even the farmers also refused to pay land revenue to the British, and other important people, other government officers also did not attend for their posts as a part of this civil disobedience movement. So throughout the country, salt laws were completely violated. The Indians, they decided to prepare their own salt. So that is what another important movement, that is civil disobedience movement. So in 1931, whenever the British officer called Irwin, that is a person named Irwin. So a pact took place, a treaty took place between Gandhi and Irwin, which is called Gandhi-Irwin Pact in 1931. So in 1931, the British people decided to release more and more freedom fighters, Indian freedom fighters. So with that, the civil disobedience movement was also ended by 1931. Okay.